Focus, or Will Smith's Guide to Being a Con Man 101. So, Focus is a movie featuring Will Smith and Margot Robbie as lead characters. Will Smith starts off as this really classy, upkeep con man who runs his own conning business and has a bunch of lackeys working under him and such. And at some point, he takes Margot Robbie's character under his wing. Now, when I saw this movie, at least the trailers, the first thing I thought was, okay, this has shades of Ocean's 11 and Now You See Me in it. So, I kind of may had a little bit of bias towards it, but as the movie went on, not so much bias, not so much at all. So as the film goes on, the two, Will Smith and Margot Robbie, partner up and go around places learning how to pickpocket, how to steal, and how to do basic thievery things, which makes you kind of paranoid. Well, it made me a little bit paranoid when you take into account that you go into all these crowded places in different cities and realize this many people could actually be stealing from you right now under your wing and you would never notice it. I actually remember I was sitting in the audience and a couple of people started patting themselves down to make sure they hadn't lost anything. That was actually kind of funny. The chemistry between the two characters is pretty good. Actually, the acting between everyone is good in general. I don't think it needs to be said that Will Smith can act out any role that's given to him. He can take maybe the shittiest role ever and make gold out of it, or at least silver. So I can't wait to see what he does as Deadshot in the upcoming Suicide Squad movie that's supposed to come out in the next couple years or so. That's not to take anything away from Margot Robbie. She did terrific too. Everything they said was completely believable, at least to me, and didn't really seem forced or fake at all. If anything I had to complain about, it was definitely the ending, and here's why. The ending to the film is very convoluted, to say the least. When it's being explained, when everyone's explaining everything, you're just thinking to yourself, wait, that doesn't make sense because that happened, and then this happened, but then that happened, so only that could happen, which contradicts that. It's kind of a bit of a mess. I'll admit that when I was driving home after I saw the movie, I was still trying to rationalize and think it through in my head because it's just a little bit convoluted and messy. I'm pretty sure other people were too. There's also some really good humor in this film. The jokes are pretty common throughout the film. They're pretty funny jokes too. I remember at one point there's a joke about how Will Smith says that there's a whole bunch of Australians here and they ship him here for a reason. Then I thought to myself, ha ha, that's kind of funny because Margot Robbie is Australian herself. No, seriously, look it up on Wikipedia. It says she's Australian. So by the end of this film, I found myself enjoying it. I found myself having a good laugh. I found myself thinking about cons. I found myself patting myself down a little bit. But other than that, the film was very enjoyable. I definitely recommend you go see it. And for that reason, I'll probably give it a silver ribbon rating. So, Focus. Have you seen it? What did you think? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Extra question, have you seen Ocean's 11 or any of the Ocean's 11 movies? Have you seen Now You See Me? What did you think about them? Are they better? Are they worse? Whatever you think, leave me a comment below. Tell me how you feel. Also, don't forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget to check out my Twitter at AsteroidMike. Don't forget to check out my blog. And as always, I will see you around.